Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and today I have a Colourpop unboxing. I went a little crazy during a sale. I think this might have been a Black Friday sale, I'm not really sure. And they had a deal. They had a, it had to have been early December. They had a special deal where if you bought a certain number of products, then you got a certain number of products. So this box is ridiculously full of palettes. I don't think only one of them is a duplicate of one that I already have, which is crazy because I have a lot of Colourpop, right? I have like a boatload of Colourpop products, but they had a new one that came out and I was like, okay, well, I don't have that, and then they had a sale, and then the next thing you know, I have this huge box showing up on my front porch. So let's get into it. Let's look and see what I have. I'll show you what I bought and then I'll show you what I got. And you guys are gonna have to tell me whether or not you think I should do 3 looks with one of these palettes, if they're interesting to you at all. First one is the Smoke and Roses palette. I didn't buy this initially when it came out. My first thought on this is this the Natasha Denona Midi Retro palette? But then the more I look at it, the more I thought, okay, this is actually really lovely. And I have a number of these larger Colourpop mega palettes. And this is a lot of pastels, not my first choice, but I think they actually do make some pretty good transition shades. And then you've got some super rich, dark shades down here. Look how dark those are. That was just barely, okay, that's a little crumbly. We'll have to see how they perform on the eyes. So I'm kind of excited about this. I think I kind of want to do, and I've mentioned this before when I've done my Shop My Stash videos, but I think I want to do like a brand a month. Like maybe 1 month I'll do all Colourpop, 1 month maybe I'll do Carity, Natasha Denona, those types of things. Tell me what you guys think about that. And if you guys want me to commit to one brand for an entire month, because I have commitment issues, and maybe rank what I have, because I have an extensive collection with a number of different products. I'm trying to get my micellar water open so I can get this stuff off got my fingers cleaned off. Yeah, I should probably dust that off. Those are actually kind of fun, bold colors. What do you guys think of my makeup right now? I used the MAC products that came with the AIA Beauty Bundle. I did do, well, I filmed a little makeup application to go in the back of that video. Anyway, and I did pick up the Gone Matte. This seems to be very makeup artist-like because it is all mattes. But I've had people say, hey, ladies of a certain age, do we really need to do shimmers? Of course I do today. I've got like this gold bronzy thing going on. A whole collection, like, is this a 30? I think this is a 30, right? Yeah, so this is like a 30 pan palette, all mattes. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Dominique Cosmetics Transitions palette. Let's look here. Let's see if we have any dupes. Colourpop doesn't necessarily do dupes of other brands, but yeah, so that's the Dominique much larger palette size, and that's the Colourpop matte. It certainly looks to me like there might be some dupes, just a wider range in Colourpop. Almost kind of laid out very similar as well, or at least nod to each other. But the Dominique Cosmetics seems like has a larger pan size, whereas the Colourpop gives you bigger range, if that makes sense. I don't know, if you're looking for, you know, a matte palette to go along with your Super Shocks, maybe Gone Matte. The challenge is, can you do 3 different looks with an all matte palette? Maybe. I kind of feel like I could. I don't know, I feel like this time of year I've been doing a lot more mattes. And I've never been like full on, always glittery, shimmery type stuff. It might be a good challenge. How long can I go to doing just matte eyeshadows? Okay, this one is the one that I really wanted, and this is the Colourpop Play It Jewel. To me, this felt, when I saw the pictures of it, it felt very like the Jade palette, the collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I don't think it is. I think that the jewel tones in here are more like a pure jewel tone as opposed to kind of slightly off, warped, grungier jewel tones. This one, this almost looks like a citrine color. That's awfully pretty, huh? That's different. What color is that? They call it Sparkle. Why would you have, I mean, it's like gold lettering on a white background. I can barely read it. Anyway, Sparkle looks awfully pretty. A nice combination of mattes, probably slightly more heavy on the shimmers. But when I'm looking at this, it does look like I can pair things pretty well. Yeah, I mean, like, you can do a matte and a shimmer, a matte and a shimmer. Some of these, maybe not that one. These two, those two would be pretty. If you're, you know, simple eyeshadow, a simple matte with a little pop of shimmer to it, these two look awfully pretty. Those two are for a deeper, richer look. Those two, these two. You've got a number of really pretty, even these two down here, combinations that I think would work. I don't know if I would do these two together, but maybe these two or these two. You can kind of look down diagonal and look for ideas, squares, look for ideas, obviously down a column or across a row, all good ideas for coming up with a little inspiration for the eye look for the day. But now that I have this in my hand, this feels slightly different than the typical Colourpop Mega Palettes. It does have this textured, it's like a faceted kaleidoscope. I'd call it a kaleidoscope. It's actually very pretty. So let me know. If this was something that interested you, did you pick it up? Are you intimidated by it? Or do we need to do 3 looks with one palette to give you kind of some inspiration? Okay, those are the 3 that I bought, and these are the ones that came for free. So I bought 3 and I got 5. 5 palettes. Did I need 5 palettes? No. The first one is the Cabana Club. This one I didn't pick up when it first came out. Again, you can't buy everything that Colourpop releases. It's just too much. How fun and beautiful is this palette? This just gets me excited for summer. I kind of want to go on vacation now and take this palette. Pops of bold colors, maybe could be used as an eyeliner, and then you've got these fun summer shades. So they named it right. Cabana Club makes me want to go find a cabana. Maybe not a cabana boy, but a cabana. Oh, the next one, this is one that I looked at Ulta, and I came very, very close to buying it. But this is off Melrose. And the reason why I didn't buy it before is I felt like it had already been done. So that's what this is what the palette looks like. And that is the color story. And it just seemed very similar to other palettes I already have. Other color stories I already have. It does have a pressed glitter in here. Not loving that. I probably just ruined my day by getting glitter all over everything. So I don't love that they've got a pressed glitter in here. But the rest of the shades are actually super wearable and really pretty. Again, I wasn't hugely inspired by this. I felt like it didn't add anything to my collection. It felt like I already had those shades, so that was the reason why I didn't pick it up before. We'll play around with it. If you picked it up and you love it, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it as well. Okay, and another one was very lovely. This felt a little on repeat as well. And I'm not sure why, but this is a very spring palette to me. And I think it's this lavender that does that. Kind of almost a lilac color called macaron. I don't know about any purple macaron. They're not calling it a macaron. They're calling it a macaroon, which is a total different dessert. You know what? This actually is really lovely, which kind of makes sense because it's called Very Lovely. I don't remember what collection this came out in. It's not bad. It feels spring to me. All right, and then these other 2. This one I already have. I'm gonna leave this one intact and put it in a giveaway. I loved this palette. This is the Plush Like Me. I wore this a ton this last fall, and I felt like the richer, warmer tones were beautiful, but I also felt like I got everyday wearable looks, and it was completely work appropriate. So this is a fantastic palette. Actually, do I have it here? I'm opening up my copy since I'm going to put that one in the giveaway. But this palette here does have, you know, some really beautiful burgundies, dark plums, some grungy greens, and some lighter shades that you can absolutely wear to work. It's a nice blend of shimmers and mattes. 4 shimmers, and the rest are mattes. It's a nice palette. I thought it was actually very well curated. Probably one of my more interesting or wearable palettes from Colourpop. So I'll throw this in a giveaway. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna try to do a giveaway here hopefully very soon. 500 subscribers. So I think we're less than 25 away, maybe 20 away at this point. And then this is the last one. This is the Limoncello palette, and I have been known to drink limoncello when I'm in Italy. And when this one first came out too, I felt like, okay, we've seen this. This is not super exciting, not super interesting, especially if you take away that blue. The rest of the shades are like, okay, if you need an eyeshadow palette, great. The blue does make it interesting. Is it a very interesting color of blue? Yes. To me, that periwinkle color is very Pantone color of the year. So if you want to incorporate a little of the Pantone color of the year, if that's something that you track and are monitoring and are trying to incorporate into your wardrobe or your looks, that is something that maybe you could, you know, work into a look with this eyeshadow palette. They did a very good job. Is it the exact Pantone color of the year? No. It's almost very Perry. I'm glad to have it in my collection, but I, again, wasn't super excited about it the first time it came out. I think this is another probably pretty good spring eyeshadow palette. So we'll play around with it come different times of the year. Yeah, I thought I've never seen one of these sales with Colourpop where you buy X amount or spend a certain amount of dollars and then get a boatload of free items like this. I've seen a lot of discounts from them. I buy a lot from Colourpop. I didn't get any of this in PR. This is all stuff that I purchased with my own money, except for these. These 5 got sent to me. It would have gotten sent to you too if you would have ordered it. So now that we have an even more ginormous collection of Colourpop eyeshadows, what do you guys want to see? Are you guys over Colourpop because they push out so much and it becomes less to get excited about because you have so many choices? Or was there one of these that you were like, oh, that one really caught my eye, but I wanted more information from a lady of a certain age who's not a makeup artist, who might be just like you, before you go ahead and spend your money on it? Smoke and Roses, I think this is really beautiful. This to me is like maybe a January, February palette, so maybe I'll throw this into my mix right now, even though I've already done my stash for the month and I'm working through it. This jewel tone one, this might be a summer palette for me, or a date night palette. The Limoncello I feel like is a summer palette for me. So I've got like now another year's wardrobe worth of Colourpop. I need to throw in a Colourpop palette every month, don't I? That's not the ginormous ones. I need to work through these. Now, this one actually feels very spring, doesn't it? Yeah, that actually looks really pretty for spring. Warming up to it. Melrose. This is probably the least interesting. It might make a good like travel work one. The Cabana one definitely seemed like a summer palette. I mean, actually, this is the most exciting one. Yeah, the Cabana one's probably the most exciting. The Limoncello might be the most on trend. So Very Lovely is gonna be, I think, a really good spring one. And then the 3 large ones, I think this is just like, if you have a small collection, but you want like your whole matte in one palette, I think that this Gone Matte actually looks like a really good choice. If you prefer a more curated one, maybe the Dominique Cosmetics. I don't know if that helps you guys at all. All right, you guys, I have to go take my son down to get his booster shot because he's 17 and, you know, he wants to do that. I'm gonna allow him to do that. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm almost caught up on the stuff that I've been acquiring. Oh, I forgot to say, I got this too. This is the blotted lip. This must have been my 4th item. Buy 4 items and you get the 5. And this is, I already have this bold lip on right now, but I wanted to get one of these blotted lips to see what they look like. Oh wow, that's super sheer. Feels emollient and super sheer. That might be fun for kind of a low makeup day. I'll give that a try too. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Would love to see you back around, and I hope you guys are doing really well. So until my next video, bye for now.